Spring is the perfect time to do some repotting, so let us repot a rubber plant and a monstera. You're going to need some potting mix, some garden gloves, and some new planters. I got these from the Dollar Tree, and the small size here I'm going to use for the rubber plant, which is in a quite small planter at this time. So the best thing I do is to fill the new planter with about half or 3/4 of the new pot mix. This was pretty easy to grab out of the old planter. Just make a good hole in the middle and just add the old plant in, and then now you can cover with some new pot mix. It's pretty simple and straightforward, and just push everything down. I add some water just to make sure that everything settles in really well. It's not very long at this point, so I don't need to add any stakes to it. And that is the first plant, all repotted, good to go. Now for the monstera, it was in a 9 cm planter before, so I want to transfer it into this 14 cm planter. And this also comes with like a salsa at the base, and I filled it with about half of the potting mix. And for the monstera, here are some few maintenance tips. Water it about once a week till the roots drain. Make sure that you wipe the surface of the leaves and make sure that it's in indirect sunlight. A good sign that it might be time to repot your monstera is you may start to see the extent to which the leaves appear slow down a bit, and also you can also check for overgrowing of the roots. That's typically a sign, and as you can see, this one definitely needed a new soil condition to grow better. I think I should have repotted this about 3 or 4 months ago, but it was during the winter, and not much happens during the winter for some of these indoor plants, most of them from what I've observed. So now I'm going to transfer it into this bigger one, and it's growing really well since I've had this plant for about 4 years now, and I feel like it's growing pretty well, so I'm just going to keep repotting it every spring around this time. And I'm going to fill it with the rest of the potting mix. And I noticed that I should have covered the sink with some trash bags, and I had to like clean up. So please, if you have like a balcony, it's probably best to do it there. I didn't want to take this downstairs just because of how heavy it was. So I'm just going to add the rest of it, and I have to clean everything up and get rid of the old sponges, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, at this point, I'm just going to keep adding the rest of the soil in, and everything. Once everything goes in, I'm just going to add water like I did before. One thing I noticed was that because the roots were still surface level, the plant was beginning to tilt at some point. And so I noticed I have to make sure that the next time I'm doing this in a bigger container or transferring it to a bigger container, I stake it first. But at this point, I'm going to do the staking, as you can see here. And I'm using this stake. I'm just going to insert it all the way through. And then the next thing, I'm going to use some twine just to tie everything together to prevent it from falling off, because it did fall off. It started to tilt off. Okay, let's just do that. There's no trick to this. It's just to make sure that it's stable and secure, and then you can move along. I think that's pretty much all I did here, and it's now ready to go. Okay, let's see if we take it off. As you can see the whole thing. Oh, thank God. Okay, if you stake it, then it's a bit more. Here's the full thing. I'm so happy. It looks really stable. Oh, I'm gonna move it to where it's at in the corner of the house. Okay, bye.